No smoke and mirrors. No shouting. To distract you from what's really going on, we could sit back and let our work do the talking, because we're that good. The Wave, 94.5 and 93.7 FM.
Cause honestly, for the same people, life can be so real.
You're riding the wave.
I'm amazed by all your strength, I am. And I'm grateful you come through. Yeah, yeah. So I take this time to stop a moment and share my gratitude. For you, I'm a light in the air for you. The wave. See what you're going through. Put my light in the air. The truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. I put your light in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Put your light in the air for love. It's beautiful.
Thanks for listening to The Wave.
Wave.
Right, as we said, Rob Zion Phyness joins us this morning on The Wave 94.5. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. How you guys doing?
Nice how much I missed you guys performing tonight.
Man, you're bringing back songs there, Mikey.
That's what we do, man. You got
I know.
You got a catalog of music. You got a lot of music out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, man.
Yeah. I mean, we go back to Sound of Man and come back to Destiny. I'd even run set to them free.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite.
Which is a classic now, eh? With what's happening. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, definitely.
But what you guys been up to? It's been tough. Yeah.
It's been tough, man. I mean, like all us musicians, I think we're going to be the last industry to actually go back to work.
Well, everyone is saying that. Yeah.
And it's really tough. I mean, we've like everybody else been kind of out of work since the middle of March, right? And we've been keeping our chops up, so to speak. We've been practicing. We've been doing our Friday lives on our Facebook every Friday. So that's been gaining momentum. We've been making some money in terms of the donations. People have been donating to our cause, and we're trying to raise money not only for ourselves in this rough time, but whatever we raise, we're going to be donating a third of it to some people here in St. Lucia that are in need very much. So,
Right. But where do you get the time, though, Rob? Because I see you're doing roof as well.
They're still there right now. I was on the roof at 7 o'clock this morning, sorting things out, to then come here and then go back up there again. So yeah, well, it's there's a lot of things to do, but it's money making things.
Right.
It's money spending. And
you doing the roof?
It's like you're on the roof somewhere. It's been very difficult. I just said that they're saying that although Barbados is opening, Barbados opened Wednesday. I think the entertainment sector is opening this weekend. But it's been rough for musicians because we depend a lot on the tourism industry.
Totally.
And unless, of course, we have visitors coming, that will not happen. And you guys do a lot of work within the tourism industry as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, our full-time work is in the hotels, and from what we're gathering, it doesn't look like we're going to get any work back until probably the Christmas and New Year type of period, the way things are going. I mean, understandably so, the hotels are kind of got a very small budget, and I think they're kind of using that as the reason why we're probably not going to be able to go back to work straight away.
Right, right.
And then if we do, probably there would have to be some cuts or less days to work.
Yeah, yeah.
But as long as we're doing it, I'm good.
Yeah, we're finding things to do. We're keeping ourselves busy.
Yeah.
You know,
but that is working out for you guys, the virtual concerts and so on, because I see you all on there.
We started immediately, like as soon as we stopped working the Friday, we just was like, we're gonna do this, and we just continued doing it right through, and we get a lot of our support from the UK, and because when we work on a nightly basis at the hotels, we have our business cards and stuff that we hand out, so we keep in touch with our.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we keep in touch with our audience, and so a lot of them would message us to tell us when they're coming back and to tell us how things are going, to check on us. And we, you know, it's been great, honestly. We have some viewers every single Friday. That's what they do.
And they
chill with us. They put us on the big screens in their living room, on the television, and they make it a family weekend line.
Right,
so
and
really
you have
cool.
a good setup in that space with the equipment and everything.
It works well. I mean, it's not the most ideal thing. We're recording on our phones, and then obviously with the whole Facebook thing and the copyright, sometimes things get muted.
Even for our own song, songs, we get muted.
There's always there's been talk about a local platform supposed to come up. So, you know, I think Echo had talked about that many years ago that they're still working on, which will help musicians on a whole, so you don't find yourself being cut in Facebook or having to have a small screen or stuff like that.
Right.
You know, but too, it has opened up a new area because you never know who's watching.
Well, you know, that's it. And even though you don't have an audience right in front of you, which I, for one, really thrive off of when I'm playing live. You know, we've got our screens available like now, you know, and so you see who's on. They leave in comments. They send in love hearts and likes. And then, you know, we've got people in Australia listening at the same time as people in Ireland and Scotland and the States and everywhere. So Panama. So when you realize that you're beaming out across the world, live and direct, right here, right now, to so many people all around the world, it's quite a powerful, uplifting thing as a musician on the
you still have the viewership, you still have the fans, the support. It's just not
the energy
in front of you. But it's there.
And the great thing is they all plan to come back. They all plan to come back after this is over to see us live again. So that's wonderful.
We also get a lot of, like, I have a couple of vacation villas too, so we got a lot of people who follow me as well and follow us now as well, because they've come to our live gigs when they're here.
Right.
So they follow us all the time as well. And that's the other thing I've been very active on, is forming this Villa Vacation Rental Association, getting it up and running, because this is the part of the tourists that we can't get yet back on the island, which will also feed the rental cars, the restaurants, the bars, entertainment spots as well. So that's the other aspect of things I've been really, really active with, and very busy and engaging government and everything to get this moving.
Right. There is a special online thing for musicians and artists. I think it's from today or something like that.
The income support program.
Yeah, I think it's from today.
There have been so many, like for instance, there was I think on the government's website. That one, but it's not specific to musicians, so I'm hoping that the one...
Well, the one today is, the one, it went online this morning.
Artists and entertainers.
Yeah, it went online this morning.
Would receive some sort of benefit, a monthly payment, $500, and it may be extended on a month-to-month basis for a maximum period of 3 months.
So it went online this morning.
But it's something, you know, it's not going to keep everybody.
Right, but it's something to, you know. But you have kept recording. I mean, you have a new song to release.
Yeah, so how were you able, and the name of the song is Good Vibes.
Yes.
How were you able to still stay motivated in that positive space to release new music and give off that energy?
You see, what we try to do, or what I think is important that everybody should try to do, you might be experiencing something bad, but it's very important that you try not to put it out in a bad way, because you're just, you know, spreading that negative energy. So, and to be honest, with what's going on now, I take advantage of the good. I have been praying for a vacation. I've been singing every day for the last 4 years.
To the point where you were losing your voice at times.
And then I'm like, oh, I get a break. I'm so happy. But the break, I'm done. I'm over the break now.
Right.
I'm totally over the break. But this song is really to encourage people, and we planned on releasing it sooner, you know, but just when we planned on releasing it, there was that what is his name? the Black Lives Matter movement.
Or okay, George Floyd and all of
Floyd.
that. Okay.
That's my last name. I can't believe I forgot it. But yes, so we decided to not let it get lost in the chaos. Let it kind of fizzle out a little bit, and then start to release music again. But we have a lot of stuff that we're working on. We have stuff that we haven't released. This is just the recently recorded one. We have like 4 other tracks that we have not released.
You actually mentioned Set You Free, and we've done a new version
and
of Set You Free.
as well.
We made them into a duet instead.
Right. So when are you looking to continue? Because I've heard a lot of artists say timing now is such a ticklish thing for them. You don't want to be insensitive with your music. You don't want to drop it at a time where everybody is focused on more pressing issues.
But
and stuff
if it's
like
a positive message, I think we need that.
It's needed.
For me, it was the night before, last Fridays when I released that, and the night I was so nervous I didn't get any sleep. I did not sleep. I closed my eyes and thought I was sleeping, but I was not sleeping. I was so nervous about releasing this track, and it's been good to get encouragement from artists like Nathan, Arthur was messaging me yesterday just saying, you need to push the song because it has a good vibe and you don't want it to get lost. So so it's good to get the encouragement, and I encourage musicians out there. You have the power to change people and to positively. You have the power right now to affect people positively despite what's going on around them. So do something. Write a positive song, even if you're not feeling positive. Write about how you know you will feel soon, because this is not going to last forever. This is not going to last forever. So let's not just be all sad and down. Let's try to uplift each other. That keeps us uplifted as well.
I like that. All right. So,
you know me, before we release the music, and it's always good to have musicians, and Phyness is always very vocal when you see her on social media.
Don't mess with Phyness.
Yeah.
For you,
so sometimes I'm even afraid to lie.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know,
More people at home now listening. The music world has changed tremendously, and COVID too has brought about new things in terms of music. Social media seems to be driving a lot of music, not even the ability of vocal or talent and so on. Social media seems to be what driving. I mean, with the K-pop and Blue Pink and what was the other one name? What's the guy's name from Korea? Do you think that with COVID and folks at home, more and more people are appreciating the stuff that you guys have been doing or St.Lucians have been doing? Period.
I'll answer start and then you finish it up, because we've been talking about this too, and I think because of social media, the whole aspect of things going viral or not, and human nature. They tend to be, if it's something scandalous or a scoop or you're showing more skin than normal or something like that,
it gets
the play. When you get something serious and uplifting and maybe inspirational,
and it's really sad,
it doesn't always get that attention. And you touched on that.
And you don't think COVID has changed that?
I think honestly, I don't think it has. From my experience, it may have for other people, but like last week, I posted a track that Nathan Ditove released.
The one?
Yes, I shared it. I shared a video from Abigail Marshall, another very talented vocalist here, and I think people just scrolled right past it. It stayed there for like 3 days, and then I posted a picture of just a funny meme I posted, and it's like. So I'm like, I really got upset because I'm like, here we go. I got so mad. I was like, I'm moving all my photos, everything on Facebook, because all you guys look for is if it's something. I mean, it's okay to be funny. I love posting funny stuff. But there are times that you have to take a moment and appreciate somebody's talent, appreciate that somebody's trying to make a difference. It doesn't have to always be a half-naked picture. It doesn't have to be a fight. I hate with all my heart people recording fights between females or just violence
and then
posting it. Why do you do that? I wish people would stop that, honestly. And every time I see it, I ask Rob how many times. I'm like, I want to get off of Facebook. I want to delete my account.
But what do you think it is? Because I mean, you're talking good vibes, a good positive thing, uplifting and so on, but people tend to, after a while, gravitate to it. They tend to always go for this quick, this photo that they're going to get tremendous likes and so on.
I think it's just human nature because it's like that around the world. You know, you watch Ridiculousness, which I love on MTV. That's this stupid, crazy stuff. You know, these fails, and I mean that's what people are drawn to, human nature. So I think the same for music and social media. And like you said about COVID, I think because of COVID, there are more and more people spending more and more time online now on social media. So you can build more of a viewership like that as well and following too. But it's what they're interested in watching, and if you don't capture them within the first 20 seconds, you've lost them, right? So that this is what's really important, and so that's why I think the scandalous things grab hold of people's attention a lot more than maybe some of the serious things that need to kind of sit with you for a little while and assimilate.
And also you have to appeal to the visual. I also think like sometimes you would just write something online and it just gets overlooked, but if you put a photo, it captures your attention more. To watch and read. So that's what I'm trying to do now with our posts on our page. Put a photo and write what you want to say, and don't be too lengthy. Because sometimes if it's too long, you know, people just stop. Like a while ago, I literally stopped reading a post because I thought, hey, that's too much for me to read. It's true. You have to capture.
So you say it's almost like a Twitter form.
You have to be concise and appeal to visual. Be brief and give them something to look at to catch the initial attention.
I think also in this time, and I said it like right at the get-go when we knew we were going to be out of work, and the roundabout feedback I got back is, oh, you know, now you're whining because you don't have work, and it's like it's not that. You know what I mean? I like to agitate. I like to put things out there to make people think. And I said this at the get-go, like musicians, you need to find another source of income right now because we've got the rest of this year where we're not really going to make anything considerable. You need to, you know, whether your call center, your construction, you're doing something else online, something that is non-touristy and non-musical as another revenue stream. It's really important. It's really important.
And I don't think people realize how impacted musicians and artists have been from this, because they just see it as like you're having this money in the bank because, you know, you're performing everywhere, so you're all good. Whereas, you know, workers in the hotel industry, and everybody knows how hard it must have been for them. You work in the hotel is closed, so clearly there's no source of income. But it's the same thing for the artists, especially if it's your 9 to 5.
And with most workers, your employer pays your NIC for you. And musicians, a lot of musicians don't take that responsibility. We don't pay attention to the fact, yes, it's great, you're working for yourself, but take care of your future at the same time. Not just musicians, some construction workers don't pay NIC, some farmers don't pay NIC. So all of this time is really to just open our eyes and our minds to things that we should have been doing or we should do from now on, you know?
And also the nature of our business is we are in the tourism sector here. We're busy normally from December through to like May, June, if you're in the hotels. And then after that, it gets kind of quiet. So the money you make in the higher season, you normally use it to kind of live off in the slower season because you still have to get through. So then the higher season comes again and you're almost starting back at zero again, you know? And then we were planning to go to New York again this year, so we were saving for that, so that instead now that plan is kiboshed and you just have to use the money to live off, you know, and that's not going to last forever.
What do you think, apart from the virtual platform that's on now, that musicians can do in terms of the next couple months before the season opens, or if it's going to open?
Well, in my mind, what I realize is that locally we don't have many people that support musicians. And I mean in a sense of, for instance, let me use our live videos. We probably have people who live here but aren't from here that donate, right? The local people, I feel it for the soca singers, I feel it for the carnival performers, those people who look forward to, you know, now put out their music and get some shows. And what I was saying is, okay, we could try to get local people to by putting something together, a concert specific for the carnival season, specific to, unfortunately it's past the jazz season, and have people appeal to people to donate, even if you do it live, but far away from people, you understand? So that people could see what you have. And it's something, I don't know how to address it, Mikey, but I think that St. Lucians need to be more supportive of their musicians. You understand? It's not just we making you dance, but it's how we earn a living, and you have to take that into consideration. Even if it's $1 you donate, 50 cents you donate, whatever you have you donate. That's how we give, and it has to be balanced. It has to be a
I'm trying to investigate and try to figure out, because the 70s and 80s seem to have been more supportive in terms of musicians and artists.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, it just drift from the 90s and so on.
Boo and Rob and all of your.
Yeah, they had the followers and so on, but you don't really get that now.
No, you don't, and it's really like it goes down to the fact of as not really sticking together as a force to be reckoned with.
That's one, yeah.
Hotels and everything, because then the hotels are looking for their bottom line. They're looking to get the cheapest entertainment they can possibly. The guests are only here for a week, and then there's the next set of guests, so they don't really care. So if if you're charging, let's say, $1,000, to do your 2-hour gig, and then a musician comes along and says, well, I'll do it for 2 because I'm new and I just come out of school and it's good for me. It might be good for him. I know $200 is still a lot of money, but you don't realize what negative effect you're having on the entire industry then, because from the time you allow it, that means the hotels will look for it more and grind everybody else down. There has to be some understanding of how we got to where we are.
That is something that you've always been saying, Robzai. And to be honest, Mikey, I feel that this change is something that has to do with your morals and your values as a person, because it cannot happen if you personally don't decide that I'm going to care about everybody, because anybody who doesn't think with the betterment of everybody else in mind, it's not going to work out.
It's been there for a while, because when I was guest relations manager at La Talk, I remember management used to say to me, if I had Onyx on, they said, but you have Onyx on every night, but look, a partner there could do Yellow Bird for $300, Mike. But that saves, that cuts on your budget. And I'm saying, but what you want, quality or what? I mean, the guests, I said, well, look, the review she's saying they're good. So we have to fight that a lot.
For example, and another thing, like I used to do weddings at Sandals, right? I mean, they're not renowned for weddings. And before, I used to do 5, 6, 7, 8 weddings in a week. So I used to do 4 weddings on a Thursday alone at Sandals in different locations. And then if I've done 3 weddings at Sandals now in the last 5 years, it's a lot. And I'm serious. And those 3 weddings were local people that requested me, because at the end of the day, the coordinators will go for the cheaper musician who they can make a bigger markup on. So then you end up losing out. And then it's not to say you're charging too much, it's just they can make more on it if they get someone.
So, and the budget they have to deal with as well.
It affects the attitude of musicians as well. They might just be like, okay, I'm just going to samples. I'm not going to put in much stress to learn no new song, because y'all don't appreciate what we do. We practice and you give us that little bit of money, so just sample.
But that's been around for so long, I tell you, because I remember in my time it was similar.
But the attitude has to change with us musicians. And my experience now in forming this villa association and see how quickly it snowballed because of the eagerness of everybody that owns a villa and wants to get back open and wants to see something happen. And the key is having a very, very good cross section of directors, and I'm one of them on the, to kind of steer it how it's supposed to be, right? And everybody's got a key role in here, and we're very, very much focused. And this is the kind of thing we need as a musicians union. And sadly, there's a lot of musicians don't make great business persons. They're artistic. There's some immaturity as well, and not seriousness. And you need a combination of people that have got a good kind of business mind and organized as well as musicians, but a cross section of the musical society here to kind of represent everybody and bring it forward and have a proper voice.
Yeah, but should musicians be the ones doing that, or should they start having people to manage them, or
but then too, they could say they're not making enough money to have to pay a team, pay a manager, so they try to do everything on their own. Would you say so?
Well, that ends up happening. I mean, myself, I know Boo and these people who have been around for a while. They just, some people have tried it in the past and then said, oh, well, I'm good on my own. I'll do my own thing. I don't have to worry about that. Let them fend for themselves. But it's not helping, I mean, it might not be good for us, but for the next generation of musicians coming through. Let's try the precedent that we've set. Let's try to maintain it and teach them to kind of take it forward from there, not let it regress like it has done somewhat.
I feel very sad when you say that, because I look around me and I hear the conversations I see. I feel like a lot of musicians are not doing it for the love of music. I feel like they're doing it because of the attention they get. I feel like it's not really about the love, because if it's about the love, then you want to make sure that everybody is getting as much as you are, and that you're being genuine in everything that you do. You're not trying to cut off somebody here, you're not trying to cut off somebody there. So I really hope it happens, Rob, but I think also very little faith in that.
True. I'm sorry. I'm always unconscious of cutting off. Just when my mind starts.
No, but I always like to go that way, but I mean, it's good vibes, because that's what we had more. But I think it's important.
We've got the carnival, calypso season, we've got the soca artists, we've got the jazz and alternative, we've got reggae, and the hotel scene, the kind of the steel band scene.
Right.
We need people who represent each sector within the music industry to take in front, and then all of us come together and we fight for a common, you know.
Yeah, you say all the sectors come together.
You can't tackle everything at once.
Yeah.
You know, let's get something going proper first.
All right.
Anyway, good vibes.
Good
That's what we hear.
We're
Getting too serious, man.
Okay. So let's just good vibes.
Good vibes.
You wrote the song. Did you work together with the song?
Wow, this song. So this song was a gift from Rob's eye.
A gift?
Yes. So last Christmas, we always try to like get weird gifts or like outdo gifts. We have exchange of gifts every Christmas, right? So Rob went, and I was so excited. I got this big, heavy wrapped thing.
A box?
Two heavy wrapped things and a big box. In the box was a dry coconut, I think, and then there was a big rock wrapped with
So it was heavy, so it felt like a big gift.
Okay.
And he said, and then there was this paper that says, your gift is a recording of a song, because I hadn't done anything for years and I was talking about it for a while. And he was like, you have the choice of including me on the track or you can do it by yourself. So it felt like a task at the time because I hadn't done any writing on my own for a while. But this whole situation inspired me, and then I wrote the song and I'm like, Rob, you have to sax on the song. And we redid it by Ransom in Ancillary. Awesome producer, humble, beautiful.
Yeah, young guy.
Yeah. With honestly, everybody you need to work with Ransom.
Yeah, good guy.
He's like, I'm not gonna say it's exactly like him, but Lebo, he reminds me of Lebo.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
We have talked many times, and people tell me that you know.
Honestly, a breath of fresh air.
Very cool and quiet. He calls you up nicely. Mike, you know how people can get concessions? Yeah, very cool and quiet. Yeah.
Amazing. So we're gonna be doing more music with him, of course. But I want to say thank you for that gift because I love the song. I wrote it. Rob assisted me because there was this time when I was writing and I got writer's block. And I just came up with the most ridiculous line that was not making any sense.
Right.
And then Rob helped me finish it. So the song was completed by Rob in the writing essence of things. And I'm just so excited to share it because it's a positive song. And before, I think Mike knew me from the start of my music, right? And I was writing about love and but now I just want to write about positive things. No matter what I'm going through, whatever I'm going to put out there will be positive. That's a promise. I think we need more positivity around us.
All right, and that will propel you to give us more from Phyness?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And more from me too.
And more from Rob. But Rob, you know
we already working on our other track.
I've got some other songs that are mine as well. I'm working on too. So
you like to come and be mysterious, sir?
What you working on? This is your time.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh
my God. All right. Well, you guys go ahead, introduce.
So guys, this song is really just to keep us encouraged at this time, to encourage us to be there for each other, to be thankful and to be happy for what we have. It can always be worse. This song is good vibes. I hope it gives you good vibes. And some good vibes.
Hey, whoa, bringing you them good vibes, good vibes. Sun is up, waking up, prayers up, sipping tea from my cup. Dressing up, getting ready to receive some good vibes, good vibes. It's a fresh start, look smart, but your smile, oh, you got that. So many reasons be thankful, bringing you good vibes, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. Every new day is a chance for a fresh start, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow ain't here, but today, yeah, we got that, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Living the life, being alive, keeping you live, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Good vibes.
Hold on. Let's do like a big ship. Anchor it.
Bringing you them good vibes, good vibes.
The wave.
Waking up, prayers up, sipping tea from my cup. Dressing up, getting ready to receive some good vibes, good vibes. It's a fresh start, look smart, but your smile, oh, you got that. So many reasons be thankful, bringing you good vibes, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. Every new day is a chance for a fresh start, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow ain't here, but today, yeah, we got that, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Living the life, being alive, keeping you live, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Good vibes, yeah, me grateful for the blessing, yeah. Thankful, yeah, me living, yeah. The better privilege, a gift, and on the rise and be among the living. So let the loving on me heart always reflect that. It's a present to be praised and me respect that. So come on, sing along to the song. All around, gather around, we're bringing you them good vibes. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Every new day is a chance for a fresh start. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow ain't here, but today, yeah, we got that. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Living the life, being alive, giving you life. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Good vibes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, hey,
You're riding the wave.
no one else can do it for me. For the sun in the sky, everything that is mine, I'm alive and I'm happy. Giving thanks for the life I live. No one else can do it for me. Keep a smile all the day, every time, bringing you good vibes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every new day is a chance for a fresh start. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tomorrow ain't here, but today, yeah, we got that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Living the life, being alive, giving you life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good vibes. Sun is up, waking up, prayers up, sipping tea from my cup, dressing up, getting ready to receive some good vibes, good vibes. It's a fresh start, look smart, but your smile on, you got that. So many reasons be thankful, bringing you good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. Every new day is a chance for a fresh start. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow ain't here, but today, yeah, we got that. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Living the life, being alive, giving you life. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Good vibes.
Right. But y'all gotta.
So talented.
Yeah, but you realize the promo, you have a big promo there, you know. You have a promo, but Lake should take that song. Fresh start, fresh start. No, a classic, good vibes. I love it, but
Yeah.
fresh start, yeah.
And it's a different
Yeah.
style from you too, Phyness, because we're accustomed of hearing the
I know.
all along. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why you
I
all
only
love?
do it on our gigs though, but Rob laughs at me. You look like a fella.
But it's a good sound on you. And well, Rob, you kill the sax.
I cannot wait for you
I
guys
just don't know how you do it.
Sound there is a lot different though, because I remember when I first heard it, I took it from YouTube, and I was trying to move, but this quality there is a lot different. What you gave me on
Now
radio,
the one
yeah,
on YouTube?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It has a lot bigger
It has more bass
line
in it, yeah. A little more oomph.
Probably it's compressed a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm hearing the bass line there that sounds and it's clean and nice. Yeah, yeah.
Good
Big
job,
up, big up
guys.
vibes. Yeah, good vibes.
job.
Yeah.
So how could everybody?
Is the video coming out? Has the video been done?
Honestly, I don't think we'll be doing a video for that one.
Okay.
I think I want it to be more about just listening to the message.
and
Okay.
and feeling the vibe?
Message, yeah.
Okay.
I know I can't talk. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but you see the other track that we're doing together. I can't wait for you to hear Robes.
Soon come.
Me tell you, Robes, I'm so versatile.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Vocals was not part of his thing when he started, though.
Actually, no. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I mean, when I very first started,
Yeah, it
sax,
wasn't,
and,
yeah.
You know, to be honest, I'm a shy person. Maybe people don't think that, but I'm a very, very shy person. So singing and not having the comfort and security of having my sax in front of me took a long time for me to do. And I got into it on the Rise Up album, slowly and surely. And I really wanted to do it. And you get confronted with people. No, you stick to the sax, and it really grind you down. I'm like, no, man, I'm going to keep doing it. I'll find my voice. I'll find what I like. And I must say, I have kept doing it. And in the last 4 years of working with Phyness, because she's a vocalist more so than me for sure, that she's encouraged me and given me that kind of confidence to come out and try different things and do different things as well. So thanks to you.
Yeah, and your style is so I remember the first time I heard you sing, I was like, he can sing. and you have a great voice, so I really think you should keep it.
Stewart mixed with, oh my god.
Yeah,
I love singing
it's an
Bob, actually.
interesting.
And he sings Bob Marley so
I love
great,
singing
honestly.
Bob's Tunes. You know, I just you kind of when you're singing as well, you kind of acting, and I tell Phyness that too when you're performing on stage. You know, you're acting out the part. You have to know what the song is about, and you're acting that emotion and everything. You're bringing it about, so you have to make that song your own. You're not trying to sing it like that artist who sung it. You're trying to make it sound like you. So that's what I try to do with whether it's cover songs or my own songs or singing. And I think that's how you really portray a song properly, by acting.
Yeah.
And as a result, the person listening will be able to receive it even better. We tell people that the passion in when you sing.
But even with the sax too, you have to play with some sort of emotion so that it comes off.
Most definitely. And you know, you can see that quite evidently with there are a lot of sax players, I will say, that technically will outshine me for miles and miles. Technically, I mean, they can play you know, amazingly more than I can. I know that. But when it comes down to feeling, you might give me 100 notes, I'll give you 5. But the 5 notes I give you will have so much passion and feeling that's what people are attracted to.
But with the sax, what is very amazing to me with Rob's sax, like for instance, when we were recording this song, Rob just went into the studio and put the sax.
I was just about to ask if it was freestyle.
I can't tell you what I played there. I'd have to practice.
And he has to. That's how it always happens. He just plays something
one take
off his hat, and then
that was one take.
And then he just goes and learns what he plays.
Right. My goodness.
No, Rob is international, man. Rob has been international for a while now.
Thank you.
So.
Paul says.
Yeah. Nice.
Good vibes, man. But thanks again for sharing your song with us. Not a problem, Mr. Wave. Michael Mazan in the morning.
Of modern music.
If a girl touch me, me nah say me nah me that.
Tell when you are buying you, be more careful, do you can find.
Stay connected all day, every day. WhatsApp us anytime. 727-4474. The Wave, 94.5 and 93.7 FM.